MidnightBSD reviews, tutorials and gaming.
We take a look at MidnightBSD 1.1. Oh dear. Before we start, if this is your first time to the channel and you would like to learn more about FreeBSD and the journey to a better desktop and server, then please hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out. Right, I'm going to attempt to install MidnightBSD. This will be the first time for me. I've really not managed to succeed in doing this before, but we'll give it another go. You can see the default choice is the same as FreeBSD and GhostBSD. So that's the boot into the multi-user, which essentially takes you into the install setup. And then you've got single user, escape to loader prompt, reboot. You've got kernel, so you can choose a kernel if you decide to go to the default kernel. And configure boot option. So they're the same. You know, they're almost uniform across all the BSDs. If you want an explanation of what each one of these are, you see my video on FreeBSD for Linux users. Like I say, I've not managed to install this before. I've tried once or twice and come across a curious thing of you assume certain packages are there, but they're not there. The instructions that you'll find on the internet are somewhat out of date, even though the version numbers are not so old. And it's just generally it feels incomplete, which is a shame because it's a laudable project. All right, here we go. Let's see now. It says, "Welcome to MidnightBSD. Would you like to begin installation or use a live CD?" So again, it's the same as the other BSDs, that you get a live CD, a shell, or install options. Obviously, we're going to click on install, and I want to go down to the UK key map. And as with most, the default is the US keyboard map. So let's go down. There we go. That should be fine. I'm just going to put a name in. Like MidnightBSD test, maybe, or Midnight test. You got a choice for games. They're not going to be fantastic latest games, but there's some little toys that you play with. I'm going to include the source in case I need to compile anything, which I think I'm going to have to do this time. And I'll put the docs in as well. Again, you get the same as the other BSDs, well, mainly FreeBSD. You get Auto, ZFS, Shell, Manual, and Auto UFS. And again, with most desktop BSDs, I will go with Auto UFS. The entire disk, and I'll go for the GPT partition table. Yeah, that looks fine. Like I said, this is only for demo purposes. Now commit. Right, okay, we'll get into the install. It's not going to take 2 minutes, I don't think. Slightly different to the usual list of installation. There's a few more extras like games and imports, which is just basically the same as FreeBSD ports. You know, for those who are curious, MidnightBSD was originally forked from FreeBSD 6.1, so quite a long time ago. And its default desktop, it's as reading the description, is a GNU step or new step, which is a next step clone, really. But I'm not going to try that. I'm going to try something lightweight. So I'm just reading, actually, the initial release was the 6th of August 2007, so that's quite a long time ago. We're only at version 1.1, so I don't know if it's a large team or a one-man band. Right, okay, we're just going to set up the Ethernet, IPv4, yes, DHCP. I don't want IPv6, and I'm going to leave that as default, but also include Google. Go down to Europe and UK. Yeah, looks reasonable. I'm not gonna select dump dev and powered. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. Yeah, I'll leave that as is. Add users, of course. Got to add users. Okay, I'm gonna put RoboNuggie. And full name RoboNuggie. I'm going to use the defaults. Wheel. I could put operator in as well, but I'll just keep it to wheel. I'm going to select SH rather than default, which is MKSH. Maybe I should go for that one, but I prefer SH. Defaults. Password. And again. Obviously no, and yes. Again, it's fairly, familiar. If you've done FreeBSD, then this looks very familiar. Exit. I don't think there's any changes I need to do. And no. And I'll reboot. Now, I've seen people having trouble, and I've also myself experienced this, having trouble actually installing software onto MidnightBSD. It's not the easiest way it should be or could be. So hopefully, this is something that they're going to look at. And there seems to be a disparity between what's available online in terms of help, but also what's available in the system as packages, and some are only available via the ports. So it's very strange. There seems to be no consistency there. So then we'll log in and we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to need to install Xorg, some kind of graphical system. So I know that import install Xorg. I know for a fact that this works, and this is perfect. You would assume that the next step I want to do would also be as simple, and if it was as simple as that, I think MidnightBSD would be onto a good thing. But I'll show you what I mean in a bit once this is finished. It's really not as simple as just putting import install, say for instance Mate or even Firefox. My previous experience is that it just doesn't have them. It's really odd. So I don't know. Maybe it's a case of the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. I mean, I can't speak for the BSD devs, but it really does seem to be disjointed. If you look at the strides in which GhostBSD and NomadBSD and Project Trident have made, I know there's probably a different scale. NomadBSD is probably the smallest, second to MidnightBSD, but still they've managed great strides in their development and their progress. I mean, NomadBSD in particular, its changes from version 1 to 1.1 to 1.2 are huge. I mean, the things that they brought in 1.2, the ability to install onto a hard drive, these are only point releases, and yet they make big strides. So, I don't know. It just seems that you've got them core, this little group aiming for the desktop for easy user experience that are making big progress. MidnightBSD, despite its goals, seems to be, I'm not saying floundering, but it seems to be sort of like not moving ahead. And there are certain key areas I think that they need to address. It's not that I'm not putting them down. I certainly want MidnightBSD to be a viable alternative, because the more they have, the better. And the fact it wants to use GNU-Step or GNU-Step as its default window manager is a fantastic thing, because I can't really think, I can't think of any others, even in the Linux world, that wants to use that as default desktop. So my hat's off to them that, but it's just the implementation, and it just leaves something to be desired, I think. For new users, I would say that this is a no-go. Even to experienced users who've used BSDs before, this is going to be difficult. I don't know. We'll see. So this is going to take a while, so what I'll do is I will skip this bit and go to the next bit. Right, we're going to try and install XFCE4. Now, following the instructions that you'll see online, it should be just a matter of import install XFCE4 or XFCE, and package is not found. That's the first roadblock. If despite what it tells you, despite what common sense may tell you, and the instructions suggest, it won't work. So we're going to try something else. We're going to see what the import switches are available to us, like search, for instance. See if that picks anything up. Maybe just it's under a different name and we don't know what it is. But first we'll try import index, which I think will load up a new index ports tree list or database so we can have a search. List. These are the ones that are available, I think. Actually, these could be the things that are already installed. Yeah, I'd say that these ones are the things that are installed. Oh well, we'll have a look at something else. What we'll try then, we'll try doing the install the manual way. So let's have a look at what's actually in the imports directories. Okay, that looks very familiar to what you got on FreeBSD. We want window managers. So it'll be CD X11 -WM. Not a fantastic choice. Well, there's I don't know. It seems to be a fairly skimpy choice there. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to try XFCE this way and see if that's see where that takes us. So CD XFCE4 -WM. Looks like we're going to have to be compiling themselves from source. Well, I just thought I'd try and install it that way. No, I'll try and install the binary first and see what's available. XFCE 4 no WM. All right, bingo. Okay, we'll try and get going. This is progress, I suppose. If it takes too long, I'll fast forward, but I've got a feeling it probably won't take too long. It's interesting, it's trying to include quite a few extra packages in. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll just go up one directory. Okay. Now the -WM worked. So I'm going to try, I don't know, I'm going to try session. Spell it right. No, I'm going to try see if it's a meta package. See or not whether it's actually I'm going to try and install each one of these on their separately. So WM worked. I'll try desktop. Nope, that's not in it. Panel works. Let's list it again in a minute. So the WM and the panel worked. We'll try so I'm going to go into the main directory, the XFCE, and see if that works. So I'm going to install it by compiling. Now this is probably not the best way to do it, and I'm probably going to change my mind. It's going to take too long. I don't mind doing it on a desktop system. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, to cut a long story short, what I did after was I installed Fluxbox. And it was a simple matter of just going into the Fluxbox directory in the imports and then just make install clean. Once that was up and done, I then went into the, I created an xorg.com file. I'll put a mini instruction set in the description box down below. But still, I wasted a good few hours trying to install XFCE. And yeah, I won't be doing that again, I don't think. Not in the VirtualBox and certainly not in MidnightBSD. But anywho, I've got a very simple desktop up and running. The menu isn't populated, so I just basically have access to a couple of Xterm windows. And I'm going to try and install something useful like a browser. I'm not even going to try looking for Office or anything else like that because I know that I am more than likely going to have to compile that, and that's no way. I'm not doing that. I don't mind. Let's say I don't mind doing that on the main system. Say from I want to customize in an install on FreeBSD. I'll leave it running in the background. The system can handle it. It's got 8 cores. I can devote 3 or 4 of them to doing that in the background while I get on with something else. But in this VM, anywho, what we're going to do is that we're going to try and install a browser or some other things. It's not going to be the easiest thing to see. I'll try and zoom in if necessary. Right, I'm going to look for, the command where is. That's sometimes very useful if you need to find something, obviously. So I'll try where is Firefox. There isn't one. In FreeBSD, it would tell you it's under the www/Firefox. Import search Firefox, so it doesn't have it in that either. Let's have a look. User imports. Okay, there's a www directory. Let's go into that. And as far as I know, scroll. There's no Firefox, which is interesting. There's a Google Chromium. Well, not a Google Chromium. There's a Chromium. There's a Linux Firefox, I think. Yeah. I don't want to be using that one to see if there's a native version. I can't see one. Okay. Oops. Sorry. Press the wrong one. I'll just go back in. Right. CD. User imports. Again. Okay. And we'll just basically repeat what we just done. There's a Linux one, like I say. I don't want to be installing that. It's Chromium. We'll try installing Chromium. Import install Chromium. Oh, okay. Nope. No Chrome. It says I'm not compiling that one either. This is what I mean. There seems to be a disparity between what's available in ports and what's available as a package. So I don't know that instantly. That's a no-no for a desktop system. Okay. There's a browser, something called browser, and a browser ESR, and I know that Firefox is an ESR, so I'm gonna guess that maybe browser is Firefox. It's not available as a package. Browser. So let's go in and let's have a look at it. Okay, Oops, sorry. Oh, do you know, it's one of them days where you can't type. Okay, let's clear it. We're going to try and have a look at it by just beginning these. Yeah, Firefox. Ooh, Firefox 40. 40. Unbelievable. That is so old. What on earth is going on there? Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't touch that. We'll have a look at the ESR. We can find it. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Let's see what version that is. It's probably going to be older than that particular one. Yeah. 38. Oh. I don't even think some websites would work with a browser this old. Oh well. I guess it's not going to be Firefox then. And if you want Chromium, then it's going to have to be compiled. Oh, well, yeah. Okay. And that doesn't leave a right lot many more. And that, I'm afraid, is that for me. I really don't want to be doing any more. I've installed dozens to hundreds of FreeBSD systems, either for myself, for work, or for friends and family. But oh my goodness me, I've installed derivatives. Hell, I've installed a lot of Windows. This is interesting. I understand where they're coming from and what they want to do. But I mean, goodness me, they haven't got many pre-built packages of things on offer. Even the things on offer via the ports is a much reduced set, and some of them are really old. Now, I don't know whether or not I should have, delved deeper. I should have changed repositories, or maybe I don't know if I should have done all that. But I think I shouldn't need to do that, even if I had to, in the sense that you install. It should sync itself up, update, all them things. So, I don't know. Let's try Linus. I'd like to do a Linus test. Nope, that doesn't have Linus either. I'll have a look manually into the security, because I know that Linus is there. And no. Linus is not there. No. They don't have that either. And that is the right directory. Because on FreeBSD, which I'll drag it over in a minute and show you. It's going to look weird. I'm window within a window, but we'll have a look. If I type in the MidnightBSD, if I type in where is Linus, not CD, where is Linus? Where is Linus? Not found. And as you can see, it wasn't in the directory. If I drag over open window from FreeBSD on the host system, type in where is Linus, tells you, and it's in the user port security Linus. And yeah, it wasn't available on that. Well, that's it for me. I frankly, I won't want to come back to this for a while. Hopefully they can get their act together. Hopefully they can improve the install, the package management, and the availability of native ports. But until then, I'm sorry to say that I don't want to say anything really bad, but it's really not fit to be used. It's an interesting idea, and I wish that they would get on with it and improve it, because it's always good to have extra choice. And unfortunately, this is my quick look at MidnightBSD. I got further than I did before, but still, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit that like button. And to make sure you don't miss out, please consider subscribing, as this really helps me help you.